Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our little corner of the internet. I am Jack, and as always, I am sitting here with my favorite morning person. Well, usually. How are you today, Emma?
Hi, guys. Hi, Jack. To be honest, I am not a morning person today. I am more like a leave me alone until I have coffee person. I actually stayed in bed for 20 minutes after my alarm went off, just staring at the ceiling. Is that normal?
It is completely normal, Emma. I think we all have those mornings where the bed feels like a warm hug and the floor feels like ice. Did you eventually get up, or are you recording this from under your duvet?
I am here. I managed to crawl out, but then I walked into the kitchen and my brother had already used all the milk. I wanted to say something really clever and angry in English, but my brain was just empty. I just stood there pointing at the empty carton like a crazy person.
That is exactly why we are here today. Sometimes the hardest place to speak a new language is actually at home. We learn how to order food or talk about our jobs, but we forget how to ask someone to move their socks off the sofa or tell our family that the milk is gone.
Exactly. It feels so silly. I can talk about the environment or technology, but when my mom asks me to set the table, I sometimes freeze. I feel so lazy and, honestly, a bit embarrassed when I can't find the simple words for my daily life.
Don't be hard on yourself. Speaking at home is intimate. It's fast. Families have their own rhythm. Today, we're going to break that down. We're going to look at those simple daily English sentences you can use with your parents, your siblings, or even your roommates.
I really need this. I want to feel comfortable in my own house. Right now, when I try to speak English at home, it feels like I'm wearing shoes that are 2 sizes too small. It's just uncomfortable and a bit painful.
That's a great way to put it. We want to help you trade those small shoes for some comfy slippers. We're going to talk about morning routines, chores, and even those little arguments we have over the TV remote.
Oh, the TV remote is a big one in my house. My dad always hides it in the sofa cushions. I need to know how to tell him to stop doing that without sounding like a textbook.
We will definitely cover that. And for everyone listening, make sure you stay until the very end. We have a special vocabulary breakdown where we take some of the trickier words we use today and explain them simply so you can add them to your own home vocabulary.
Yes, please stay. I'll probably learn something too. Jack, you always use these big words that make me go, huh? So I'll be listening closely to that part.
I'll try to keep it simple, but you know I get excited. But hey, it's all part of the journey. Speaking of journeys, how did your breakfast journey go after the milk tragedy?
It was a disaster, Jack. I tried to make toast, but I burnt it. The whole kitchen smelled like a campfire. My sister walked in and just started laughing at me. I wanted to tell her to help me instead of laughing, but I just yelled, "No laugh," which isn't great English, is it?
Well, she understood you, but don't laugh at me or give me a hand would have been a bit smoother. It's funny how emotions make us forget our grammar. When we're frustrated, our English often goes out the window.
Out the window? Wait, what does that mean? Did the English literally jump out the window?
No, when we say something goes out the window, it means it disappears or we stop using it. So when you're angry, your perfect grammar disappears. It goes out the window.
I love that. That happens to me every single day. My brain is like a library, but when I'm stressed, all the books fall off the shelves and I can't find anything.
That is such a relatable feeling. I think our listeners feel that way too. You study all these rules, but then your roommate leaves a dirty dish in the sink and you forget every word you ever learned.
Yes, the dirty dishes. That is the start of every war in my apartment. I usually just sigh loudly and wash it myself because I don't know how to ask nicely or firmly for them to do it.
We are going to fix that today. We're going to give you the tools to handle the dishes, the laundry, the what's for dinner question, and everything in between. It's about making English feel like home.
That sounds so cozy. I'm actually feeling a bit more motivated now. Maybe I'll even go home and tell my brother he's inevitably going to have to buy more milk.
Inevitably. Look at you using the big words.
Wait, did I use that right? I heard it in a movie once. It means it's definitely going to happen, right?
Exactly. It means it cannot be avoided. It is 100% going to happen. You are becoming quite the expert, Emma.
Only because I have a good teacher. But seriously, I usually feel overwhelmed by all the things I don't know.
Overwhelmed. Let's pause there. What does that mean to you?
It's that feeling when everything is too much, like when there are too many dishes, too many chores, and too many new English words all at once. My head feels like it might explode.
That is the perfect definition, and that's why we're going slow today. We aren't going to give you 1,000 sentences. We're going to give you the most useful ones, the ones that make your life easier.
Good, because my brain only has a certain amount of space today. It's currently mostly filled with thoughts of coffee and that burnt toast.
Well, let's clear some space for some helpful home English. Are you ready to dive into the first part of our day?
I am ready. Let's start with the morning, because that is where all my problems begin.
So let's start at the very beginning of the day. The sun is coming through the window, the birds are singing, and you are hiding under the blankets.
Exactly. Usually, my mom comes into the room and says something very loud. In my language, I know what she's saying, but in English, what would a mother say to wake up a lazy daughter like me?
Most people say rise and shine. It is a classic. It's a bit of a cheerful way to say wake up and get out of bed.
Rise and shine? That sounds so energetic. If someone said that to me at 7 a.m., I might throw a pillow at them. Can I say something back? Like 5 more minutes?
Definitely. Give me 5 more minutes is probably the most used sentence in any English-speaking home. Or you could say, I'm not ready to get up yet. It's simple and honest.
I say that every day. And then once I actually get to the kitchen, I usually see my brother. If I want to know if he's already made coffee, how do I ask that? Do I say, is coffee exists?
Not quite. You could just ask, is there any coffee left? Or did you make a pot of coffee? It's also very common to ask, have you eaten yet? Because food is the center of the home, right?
It really is. In my house, we always talk about food. After breakfast, the chores start. This is the part I hate. My mom always asks me to clear the table. I used to think that meant moving the table to another room.
That's funny. No, clear the table just means to take the dirty plates and glasses to the kitchen. It's like clearing a path. After you clear it, you might need to wipe the table with a cloth to get the crumbs off.
Okay, so clear the table and then wipe the table. I can remember that. It's like a sequence. It's like a dance, but a very boring dance with a sponge.
Learning these is like watering a plant, Emma. If you do a little bit every day, your vocabulary grows naturally. You don't need to learn 50 sentences at once, just learn the ones you use in the kitchen first.
I like that. Watering a plant. Right now, my English plant is a bit dry, but I'm trying. What about the bathroom? That's another place where we fight. My sister stays in the shower for 40 minutes.
Oh, the bathroom battles. You can knock on the door and say, are you going to be long? Or how much longer will you be? It's a polite way of saying, hurry up, I need to brush my teeth.
Are you going to be long? That's good. I usually just yell, hey, get out, which I guess is a bit rude.
It's a bit direct. Using are you going to be makes it sound like a question instead of an order. It keeps the peace at home. Families are all about maintaining a balance, you know?
I know. My home is like a tiny ecosystem. If one person is grumpy, everyone is grumpy. Speaking of balance, what about the laundry? My house is full of piles of clothes.
We say, I need to do a load of laundry. A load is just the amount of clothes that fits in the machine at one time. And when the machine finished, you have to hang the clothes out or put them in the dryer.
I always forget the clothes in the machine. Then they smell like a wet dog. I have to do the laundry all over again. My mom says I am very absent-minded when it comes to chores. Wait, absent-minded? What does that mean?
That's a great word. If you are absent-minded, it means you are forgetful because you're thinking about other things. Your mind is absent. It's not there.
That is me. My mind is always somewhere else, probably thinking about what I want for lunch while I'm still eating breakfast.
We all do it. Another common sentence is, can you give me a hand with? You can use this for anything. Can you give me a hand with the groceries? Or can you give me a hand with this heavy box? It just means help me.
Give me a hand. I like that because it sounds like we're working together. It's less lonely than just saying, help me. It feels like a team.
It really does. Home English is very much about we and us. What should we have for dinner? Should we watch a movie? It's all about sharing the space.
My favorite sentence is, dinner's ready. I don't even need to learn that one. I just follow the smell of the food. But if I'm the one cooking and I want to tell everyone to come to the kitchen, what do I say?
You can yell, come and get in. That's a very casual, fun way to say the food is on the table. Or just, dinner's on.
Dinner's on. Simple. I can do that. Even when I'm tired and my brain is absent, I can manage 3 words.
You're doing great. These small phrases are the bricks that build your confidence. You don't need to give a speech at the dinner table. You just need to be able to say, pass the salt, please.
You know, Emma, it is one thing to know the words for laundry or coffee, but it is another thing to actually say them out loud when your family is around. Does it ever feel different speaking English at home compared to speaking it in a classroom?
Oh, it feels completely different. In a classroom, I feel like a student, but at home, I feel, I don't know, a bit fake, like I'm wearing a costume. If I turn to my mom and say, Mother, could you please pass the butter? She looks at me like I have 2 heads.
That fakeness is such a common feeling. It's a psychological barrier. We are so used to being ourselves in our native language, funny, grumpy, or relaxed, that when we switch to English, we feel like we are losing our personality.
Exactly. I am very sarcastic and funny in my own language. In English, I feel like a robot. I'm so afraid of making a mistake that I just stay quiet. I'm scared my brother will laugh at my pronunciation if I try to say, vacuum the floor.
I understand that fear. It's the fear of being judged by the people who know you best. But think about it this way. Your home is the safest laboratory in the world. If you make a mistake there, nothing bad happens. The stakes are low.
Steaks? Wait, like a steak you eat? Are we talking about dinner again?
Good question. No, the stakes means the level of risk. If the stakes are low, it means it's not dangerous if you fail. If the stakes are high, like in a job interview, it's more stressful. At home, the stakes are very low.
That makes sense. But I still get that brain fog. You know, when you want to say something but your mind just goes white? Sometimes I get so frustrated with myself that I just give up and speak my native language. I feel like a failure when I do that.
Emma, please don't feel like a failure. Even experts have days where their brain feels like it's full of cotton wool. It's okay to switch back and forth. We call that code switching. It's actually a sign that your brain is working hard to balance 2 languages.
I like that name, code switching. It sounds like I'm a spy or a computer programmer. But I really want to have the confidence to finish a whole conversation in English without feeling anxious.
The confidence comes from repetition. It's like exercise. The first time you lift a weight, it's heavy and awkward. The 100th time, you don't even think about it. If you say, can you help me with the dishes every day for a week? By Sunday, it will feel as natural as breathing.
I guess I just need to be brave for those first few seconds. But what if I say something wrong and they don't understand me? That's my biggest nightmare.
Then you just try another way. Use your hands, point at things, or laugh about it. Humor is the best way to break the tension. If you say, please put the cat in the fridge instead of the milk, just laugh. It becomes a funny family story instead of a mistake.
Put the cat in the fridge. Okay, I hope I don't do that. But you're right. I take it too seriously. I think I need to give myself permission to be bad at English for a little while so I can get good later.
That is the best mindset you can have. Vulnerability is actually a superpower in language learning. When you admit, hey, I'm trying to learn this, please be patient with me, most people, especially family, will want to help.
You're right. My family loves me. They aren't my enemies. I should probably stop treating the dinner table like a battlefield.
Precisely. It's a place for connection. Every time you ask a simple question in English, you are building a bridge. It might be a small, shaky bridge right now, but soon it will be a big, strong one.
I think we've covered so much today, Emma. From the rise and shine in the morning to the dinner's on in the evening. It really shows that English isn't just for books, it's for our kitchens and living rooms too.
It's true. I feel a lot better knowing that it's okay to feel a bit fake or nervous at first. It's all part of the process. I'm actually going to try one of these sentences tonight. I might even try to clear the table without being asked.
Wow, your family will be so impressed. They might think you've been replaced by a robot. But before we move on, we want to hear from you, our lovely listeners. We have a little A, B, or C question for you to answer in the comments.
Oh, I love these. Okay, guys, here is the question. When it comes to chores at home, which one are you? Is it A, the morning person who finishes everything before breakfast? Is it B, the procrastinator who waits until the very last minute? Or is it C, the hider who disappears when someone says the word laundry?
I think I know which one you are, Emma.
Definitely C. I am a professional at disappearing when it's time to vacuum. But I want to know about our listeners. Tell us in the comments if you are A, B, or C. It's a great way to practice your English in a very simple way.
Exactly. Just a one-letter answer or short sentence is a great start. Now let's quickly recap what we talked about today. We learned that the stakes are low at home, so it's the best place to practice. We talked about morning phrases like, give me 5 more minutes, and kitchen phrases like wiping the table.
And we learned that out the window means something disappears, and being absent-minded means you're forgetful. I'm definitely going to remember those because they describe my life perfectly.
You've done so well today, Emma. And to everyone listening, remember that progress is not a straight line. Some days you will feel like an English genius, and other days you will feel like you've forgotten everything. Both days are okay.
That's really nice to hear, Jack. I need to remember to be patient with myself. My English plant is getting a little bit of water every day.
It certainly is. Just keep showing up, keep trying, and keep being brave enough to make mistakes. Your family might even start learning some English from you.
That would be funny. My mom saying, "Rise and shine," to me? I've created a monster.
Well, a very educated monster. Now, it's time for the part we teased at the beginning. It's time to slow down and look at some of the more difficult words we used today.
Yes, let's bring in the vocabulary breakdown. I'm ready with my notebook.
It is time for our favorite part of the show. Let's welcome the vocabulary breakdown. This is where we take those tricky words that popped up in our conversation and make them crystal clear.
I am ready. I have my pen in my hand. Even though I used some of these words, I still want to make sure I really get them.
That's the spirit. Let's look at our first word, inevitably. I know we mentioned it briefly, but it's such a useful word. It means that something is certain to happen and you cannot stop it. For example, if you don't put the milk back in the fridge, it will inevitably go bad.
Oh, that's a good one. It sounds very serious. Like, if I don't set my alarm, I will inevitably be late for work.
Perfect. Our second word is overwhelmed. This is a feeling. It's when you feel like you have too much of something, too much work, too much noise, or too many new English rules, and you feel like you can't handle it.
I feel overwhelmed every time I see a big pile of laundry. It's like the clothes are winning the war.
Exactly. Word number 3 is absent-minded. We use this to describe someone who is forgetful because they're thinking about other things, like when you walk into a room and forget why you went there.
That is the story of my life. I am the queen of being absent-minded. I once tried to put my phone in the toaster.
Please, don't do that. Okay, word number 4 is a phrase, out the window. As we said, this means something disappears or is no longer used. When the kids start screaming, my patience goes out the window.
I love that one. It's so visual. It's like my brain just opens a window and throws the grammar away.
Word number 5 is the stakes. In our talk, we said the stakes are low at home. The stakes refers to the risk.
If the stakes are high, a mistake is a big deal. If the stakes are low, a mistake doesn't really matter.
So, practicing English with my cat is low stakes because the cat won't judge my accent.
Exactly, and the cat is a very good listener. Finally, let's look at vulnerability. This is a deep one. It means being brave enough to show your weaknesses or your mistakes. It's about being open instead of hidden.
So, when I admit to our listeners that I am lazy and stay in bed too long, that is me being vulnerable?
Yes, and that is why people love listening to you, Emma. It makes you human.
Well, I'm happy to be human. This was a great list. I feel much more confident about using these words now.
I'm so glad. To everyone listening, thank you for spending this half hour with us in our cozy podcast corner. Remember, your progress doesn't end when this episode finishes.
Yes, try to use just one home sentence today. Just one. Tell your family, dinner is ready, or ask for 5 more minutes.
We believe in you. Keep practicing, keep being kind to yourself, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye, guys. See you next time.
Goodbye for now.